So I'm going to take it upon myself to rank every Star Wars movie, going from worst to best. And starting at number 11, we got The Rise of Skywalker. This movie has so much packed into it. And I know it's not J.J. Abrams' fault, it's basically Ryan Johnson's fault. But yeah, this wasn't a good cleanup. And right above that at 10 is The Last Jedi. This was complete and utter garbage. This movie had a lot of stuff it wanted to pull the trigger on, but couldn't. It unraveled the mystery that was set up in Force Awakens. Basically, who Rey's parentage was, which everybody was eager to know. That stupid line with Rose and Finn. The way that Luke exited the series. This is legitimately the only Star Wars movie I've ever walked out of and felt like, you know what, this wasn't it. Then, right after that, at 9, we got The Phantom Menace. Yes, I like it more than the other two I named. And I'm pretty sure this movie made me physically ill at one point. It's the start of Anakin's backstory. Qui-Gon is amazing. The fight with Obi-Wan is cool. This is actually the first movie I ever remember seeing in theaters. And at 8, we got Attack of the Clones. Didn't hate it, but don't love it. It's got a bunch of cool stuff in it. At 7, we got Solo. Not that I really cared about Han Solo's backstory ever, but it was entertaining. So I think 7 is a good place for it. This is definitely going to be number 6, The Force Awakens. It was the start of a new trilogy. We all had really high hopes for it. And it was a solid movie, which then was succeeded by trash. At 5, we got Return of the Jedi. Again, didn't hate it, didn't love it. It was just a nice end to the original trilogy. Now, I have New Hope sitting at 4. Ironic, ain't it? Yes, it absolutely is the introduction to the series. It's a solid movie, but it didn't blow my mind to the point that anytime I would feel like watching Star Wars, this is the movie I go to. I gotta be honest. Number 3, Revenge of the Sith. Every single solitary thing about this movie is great. Well, maybe some people's acting isn't, but you know. When I think about Star Wars, this is normally the movie I think of first. Here we are thinking the war's gonna end. We think the Jedi won. Then Anakin falls to the dark side, Order 66, and all of that. The cultural impact that this movie had, literally on culture in general, it has to be in the number 2 spot. This being one of the first movies where the bad guy actually wins, even though I knew how the trilogy ended, I was still like, wow, Vader really just beat them like that. So yeah, number 2 fits. And then obviously number 1, Rogue One. This entire movie had my attention from start to finish. Didn't need a single solitary lightsaber in it until the end. And the end was icing on the cake. And that's my ranking.